Gurreez, an Indian girl living with her father, who tries to find a good partner for her to marry. After her mother's death, he's afraid she would feel alone after he's gone too. The thing is, every time he sets up a meeting with the boy's family, Gurreez rejects them all, and she has every single right to. That's because the boy's family always acts as if they're doing them a favor by accepting his daughter. They also ask for dowry, which is a very common case in India. Even though it's illegal, many girls still suffer because of it. Anyway, they encounter weird situations with every family coming. For instance, the last family who visited them didn't like the amount of money that was offered to them. But because Gurreez is pretty, well educated, and has a job, they were about to say yes. However, Gurreez told them to take their ignorant son and get lost, as he faked all the information on his profile and thought that just his sole presence was good enough. Of course, the boy's mother insulted Gurreez, saying that she will never find a husband with her attitude. Gurreez couldn't care less. The next day, her father kept pressuring her to lower her standards a bit, because with high standards come high dowry demands. However, Gurreez won't settle for less than she deserves. It's either the one or none. Then she went to work. She works in a shoe store. Her dream is to go study abroad and be a shoe designer. Surprisingly, she didn't have to wait long because a boy called Amjad, who she had a crush on for a long time and watched him daily, suddenly came to her. Obviously, the feeling was mutual, and he confessed that he truly likes her. She was extremely happy, started to see life as colorful and cheerful again. Day by day, they fell in love, until Amjad told her to come with him to America. She felt that her dream is coming true, and they set up a meeting for their parents to discuss the marriage. His parents acted so cool as if they don't accept dowry, and that they are an open-minded family. But in reality, they literally asked for lots of money and called it just a help, like an investment in their son, which in return will make their daughter's life better. Gurreez waited for Amjad to act, to defend their love and stop his parents, but he said nothing. Well, to say it right, he wanted to, and he loved her, but he didn't have the courage to go against his parents. They totally control every single life decision about him. Anyway, Gurreez had enough. She went home, enraged by the amount of time she had to suffer because of this stupid dowry. She was even about to give up on her dream until she had some inspiration, an idea that can transform her life 180 degrees. She thought that if the dowry is illegal and still being forced upon girls by society, then why doesn't she use them and trick them into believing that she will pay them a huge dowry and then sue them in court, where she can squeeze every single penny out of their pockets. Then travel to America and achieve her dream. She took her father out for dinner, trying to draw him into the plan. Once he heard, he got mad and told her to forget about it, as this is cheating and could go in the wrong direction. However, Gurreez kept nagging him day and night, but with no use, until her father got into a small accident and she was so worried. Only then, he agreed to the plan, so that Gurreez can make her dream come true before he dies. She planned everything. They made fake passports and traveled to a different city, where no one would recognize them. Then, they used the money he had been saving for her dowry, printed a lot of fake money so that the real ones would be on the top, making it appear as if they were rich. Then they put her fake name, Sanya, on a matchmaking website and called all the candidates to set up a meeting. The greediest and richest one will be their target. They did all of that and scheduled their meetings. Then Sanya placed the camera where she would be able to film them accepting the dowry. Once the boy's family accepts, they will marry in a day. Then she will escape after the wedding. After that, they will threaten the groom with the dowry video she filmed against them. Since they don't want to be jailed, they will prefer to finish it outside of the court and will pay whatever they ask for. After a very long, tiring day, they decided to have dinner at a nearby restaurant. It's very famous for its great food, and people come to it from all over the world. By chance, the chef there, Taru, was one of the candidates that proposed to Sanya. He recognized her excitedly and went straight to welcome her. He even refused to take the money, saying they will be family soon enough. But Sanya insisted on paying, which led to a quarrel between the both of them. And Sanya told him that his appointment is cancelled and he doesn't need to bother coming. The next day, Sanya and her father were busy meeting boy after another, as there was a long line waiting outside their room. Then, Taru arrived at the hotel with his family, carrying gifts and food. Once he entered, Sanya was about to call security until he tempted her with his great dishes. She simply couldn't resist it, and immediately gave him a chance for an interview. As usual, although being rich, his parents asked for a huge dowry. This time, Sanya and her father weren't intimidated by the number, and acted so cool as if it's a piece of cake for them. Sanya's only condition is to marry the next day, but Taru thought they should at least hang out for 2 days to see if they are compatible to live a life together. She agreed, and both started to spend a lot of time together, going to different places, talking and having fun. After that, Taru took her to his home and gave her the same amount of money his parents are asking for. He told her that he doesn't believe in this stupid tradition, and he just loves her and wants to spend the rest of his life with her. Sanya was surprised that someone is actually thinking like that and started to fall for him a bit until the wedding day came. At that time, she ignored her feelings and moved on with the plan. They got married. She gave his parents the fake money and filmed them while doing so. Then she drugged Taru, took the money he gave to her, and disappeared. The next day, Taru woke up to find no one. Then a police officer came to arrest him, saying that his wife Sanya sued him for taking dowry from her. Then she called asking for more money, as much as the ones she had taken from him before, or they would meet at court. She asked for more money because the amount he gave her wasn't enough to go to America. Taru was enraged. He couldn't believe that he was tricked just like that, and that she has the audacity to ask for more. He decided to find her and get his revenge, so he schemed a plan with his friend to get the money ready. And when she comes to take it, they will arrest her. However, Sanya was able to take the money again and ran away. He chased her, but failed to get her. After losing all of that, the only thing Taru was mad about was his broken heart. At that time, Sanya dealt with a dangerous gangster who would help her with money laundering, so she can start fresh. But no matter how hard she tries, she can't stop herself from thinking about Taru, and decided to go back to him, return his money, and apologize. Even if he sued her for that, she didn't care. Meanwhile, after some search, Taru found her real account on Facebook and went with his friend to the place where she used to work. They asked her friend for her address as if they are delivering a gift to her. Once they got to her home, it was too late already. The neighbors told him that they went to the train station, so they rushed to stop her before leaving, unaware that she was followed by the gangster and his men too, because she broke the deal with him. So she was totally stuck between the two, and the gangster was about to attack her. Taru ended up saving her, instead of fighting for what she did to him. After the cop arrived and arrested the gangster and his men, Sanya was afraid that Taru would expose her identity and sue her. But he didn't. She told him the truth, that she drugged him because she thought he's like everyone else. Eventually, she loved him so much and was planning to give him back the money. Taru believed her and they confessed their love for each other. For real this time. Finally, they got married and Guriz achieved her dream and opened her own store with the support of Taru and her father.